Hello, welcome to O Channel, O Nutrition. This is me, Jeremy.
I'm Wenxin.
Hey, thank you for coming and join us again on this segment of O Channel. And today we are going to talk about acidic and alkaline food. So if you have been wondering what is alkaline food, what is acidic food, does it make any difference to our body, and is it because how it tastes? So then you will have to stay tuned to our program today. So Wenxin, where do you normally hear people talking about acidic and alkaline food?
Recently I've been hearing about some news saying that you need to drink a lot of alkaline water to treat your sickness, preventing some kind of cancers, or you need to eat alkaline diet to makes you more healthy and prevent you all sorts of sickness. So some people may wonder, what is alkaline diet? Jeremy, so what is alkaline diet?
Okay, alkaline diet is actually one of the diet that was proposed, saying that if you consume foods that convert into alkaline in our body, and it will actually make your body healthier, because our blood pH is actually slightly alkaline. But what we don't know is that actually our blood pH is actually maintained at a very strict range between 7.35 to 7.45. No matter what we take or what we eat or what we drink, it will not make the value going out of the range, unless you are having some kind of diseases, for example kidney failure or lung failure, where your lungs and kidneys can't work properly. Then yes, you may be having some what we call side effects, and that's where your blood pH may go below or very near to 7.35 or very near to 7.45. But if your condition prolong on the edge of these values, you are most likely to get this. Death. So it is very unlikely that actually foods can actually affect a lot on our blood pH. But coming to what we said just now, if you have something to tell us or share with us, you can also leave a comment and also like and share this post so that more people can actually see this program. So coming back to the question just now, do you think that acidic food is something that when we eat is supposed to be sour?
Yeah, I remember when we are young, maybe in teenage years, we are in school doing some kind of lab test. We did take some lemon, orange, and we did test on the pH, and it showed acidic. So is it true that lemon is an acidic food and it makes your blood acidic and makes you unhealthy? The answer is no.
No. Yes, why? Because acidic and alkaline food is actually a concept where after the food is being eaten and digested, whatever that is produced, the metabolites or the leftovers, we call it, is the pH of these metabolites that is determining the food whether it's acidic or not. For example, lemon. Lemon, we know that is sourish, right?
Contains citric acid inside.
Yeah, citric acid. But because of the high minerals content like magnesium, potassium, calcium, so once this food being digested into our stomach, that's where it will release all these calcium, magnesium, and potassium. That's where it turns into alkaline. But what about this? Almond. Wenxin, what do you think?
I've heard that peanuts is acidic forming. How about, I'm not sure about almond.
Actually, nuts or any legumes, because they are very high in protein content, so protein essentially they are acidic. Right? But because almond, they have also the minerals. So that's why for nuts, legumes like red beans, kidney beans, green beans, they are all considered as a slightly acidic, meaning it's very near to the neutral line. So coming back to C. So we have a concept called the potential renal acid load. So you can see over here that food is categorized into acidic and also alkaline. So you can see on the right hand side, on my right, so you can see that cow's milk, because it is animal protein, so that's why it is very high in animal protein as acidic. But because it is also very high in calcium, magnesium, so therefore the value is just slightly positive. But whereas like refined grains, like for example white bread,
white rice,
because they are being stripped of the minerals, so that's why their pH value is slightly also acidic. And we also see peanut. So peanut, because it's very high in protein as again, And next, you will see meat, especially things like red meat or egg yolk. So all of this will also cause the value to turn into acidic. But when we look into this on the left-hand side, they share the same similarity, right? What we see over here.
We see a lot of greens color in the alkaline group. So it means that green vegetable or any vegetable and fruits, they are alkaline forming.
Yes, correct. So we can see that because greens vegetables, normally they have very little protein, but they have very rich calcium, magnesium, potassium, minerals. So essentially when they are being digested, they turn into alkaline in our body. So going back into the story just now, does taking acidic or alkaline food affects our body or not? Actually, it's not. Okay, meaning to say it will not make our blood pH going to very near to 7.35, 7.45.
Yeah, it won't go out from this range, but it will become maybe nearer to 7.35, which is slightly acidic, and nearer to 7.45, a little bit alkaline.
More alkaline.
So when we say that the food is acidic or alkaline in terms of this PRAL, it's like within this range. Which end it will closer to?
Yes, because studies have shown that if you have been taking a lot of animal protein, like the one on the right hand side, you will essentially make your blood maybe closer to 7.35. You are still okay, you are still alive, but it's just that it's already causing a lot of troubles or problems to your body. For example, bone demineralization, meaning your calcium and magnesium in your bone starts to leach out. You see, and also it will cause insulin resistance, a lot of health issues. That's why people also get cancer.
Disruption of enzyme mechanism.
Yes.
Your microbiome, your bacteria in the body.
Yes, even your gut health will be affected as well. So that's why we always recommend in your diet there should be 80% of alkaline food and 20% of acidic food. That's the way we can actually make sure our body pH always remain in the normal range and doesn't exceed or approaches the 7.35 or 7.45.
Yeah, so overall our body is a very smart device. When we ingested food like acidic alkaline food, our body have the ability to like balance it within this range through some mechanism like lungs. When we're breathing out those carbon dioxide which is acidic, like kidneys also help to like excrete those acidic
or alkaline
substance.
compounds.
And also our blood buffer also have some buffering system to like balance your hydrogen ions or bicarbonate ions.
Okay, so we have Christine Lim. Hello, good afternoon. And we also have Long Mui Shang. Hello, good afternoon. So if you like our program, please like and share our program. And going back, we can also see what does it mean by acidic blood. So what happens when our blood actually, blood pH goes very close to 7.35?
Yeah, because seldom people will like measure, they don't even know how to measure their blood is acidic or what. So it can be shown in some symptoms like fatigue, the first one. When you have an acidic blood, you feel more likely to get tired, dizzy, always feeling asleep. Every day you need a cup of coffee to keep you awake.
True.
Yeah, because this is that your red blood cells maybe don't have the sufficient
oxygen.
Yeah, you can't really transport those oxygen throughout your bodies. That's why you feel tired.
If you realize that you have been sleeping like for 8 or 10 hours, but you're still feeling tired, burnt out, so maybe that's the time you may realize that your blood is what we call slightly acidic. All right.
Yeah.
What next?
Second one, poor immunity means that you always get sick. Maybe twice or thrice a month you always get sick. This is one of the symptoms that your blood might be slightly acidic.
Yes, if you have been having MC every month or every month you have 2 to 3 times MC, then that's probably the time you should relook at your diet, whether it has been a lot of alkaline or acidic foods that contribute to these conditions. What's next?
Next one is overweight or obese. Many people are caring about it because nowadays people are getting fatter and fatter. A lot of oversized clothes selling in the shops.
XXLs.
Yeah, and maybe XXL.
Yeah, 5X.
So actually getting fatter is also one of the symptoms that you have imbalanced pH.
Yes, because imbalanced pH meaning that it will actually slow down your metabolism. Okay, our body is like an engine, a car engine. You see, if you have not been treating it well, you've not been giving the good lubricant, you have not been giving the good engine oil, that's where you will slow down and then it will actually eventually it will just degrade. So it's like our body, that's where you notice your waistline is going up, and then you may have what we call waistline above 35 inches,
your
for
trousers
men.
maybe don't fit anymore.
Yes, correct. So what next?
Dull skin and acne, skin problems. Because nowadays people really care about their skin. They buy a lot of cosmetics, skincare products. So actually, when you have skin problems, you need to look inside in your body instead of just applying those external products.
Yes, correct. A lot of people rely on cosmetic creams, toners, moisturizers, to improve their skin. But actually, our gut, our blood actually reflects on our skin. If you have a very poor gut, eventually it will just show up on your skin. So if you have been having acne breakout, you may realize that you have been taking too much of milk, or you may have been taking too much of animal protein.
Carbonated drinks,
yes,
sugary drinks.
Fructose. So all of these will actually contribute to what we call this acne. And next we have constipation.
Bloating. Like maybe you just go to toilet once or twice a week, constipation. Because our gut, we have those bacteria. Like when your gut do not have enough good bacteria, then you might face this constipation or those digestive problems. So having not enough good bacteria in your gut is also one of the symptoms you have acidic blood. That's why your good bacteria cannot really survive in your gut.
Yes, that's why we always encourage you to take more whole grains, to take more greens vegetables, because they will feed your good bacteria in the gut, and that's where you actually can stay healthy without the need to of too much of supplements or too much of excessive cosmetics on your skin.
And also eat foods with oligosaccharides.
Yes, correct.
Those prebiotics.
Yep, correct. And inulin, so that's where you eventually feed your good bacteria. All right.
Okay.
And next we have insomnia.
Actually, a lot of problems facing these problems.
Yes, youngsters, the older generations, they all have these issues.
So insomnia, memory loss, bad temper, these kind of problems really freaking out.
Yes, it can be quite frustrating, especially if you have a very bad temper colleague, and then the one moment you are dealing quite okay, and the next moment it turns really bad tempered and start scolding everyone. So maybe you can give him a little advice that maybe you should give him a little treat of vegetables. Perhaps it could actually help in improving the acidic blood. Okay?
Okay.
So having said that, we have a few foods over here. So maybe we can share. This one is brinjal.
Because just now in the graph, isn't it, just show those old green vegetables.
Yes.
Some people may be wondering, how about vegetables of different colors?
Of different colors, like for example, brinjals, capsicums, So what about this? Do you think this is acidic food or alkaline food?
Brinjal, purple color. Looks...
Can anyone online tell us, if you have been following us, can you please tell us whether brinjal is actually an acidic food or alkaline food? And we have Amanda Ling who left us a comment who said that is brown rice an acid or alkaline food? Now, brown rice, as they are unrefined grains, they are actually on the neutral line, meaning they are, because they still have quite a lot of protein inside, so it's actually on the natural, what we call neutral line.
But compared to refined one, unrefined grains have more minerals. That's why it won't be acidic. Is it neutral?
Yes, correct. So going back this one, so brinjal, because it is vegetables, so essentially it is a alkaline food. So next we have tomato.
Including tomato, even though it's red color, it also is vegetables or fruits. So that's why it's alkaline.
Yeah. What about this?
Pasta.
Pasta. So pasta, again, as we mentioned just now, because it is actually from the semolina or durum wheat, so because it's a whole wheat, so that's why it can be considered as a slightly acidic or neutral grains. So it is always better to consume what we call alkaline food, because in our practice it's 20% acidic, 80% alkaline. Alright?
Okay. So maybe you have some question about your food, whether it's acid or alkaline, you can comment in our section below,
yes.
and we'll help to answer your question.
Yes, maybe people have been eating quinoa, millet. Actually, all of these quinoa and quinoa, they are all considered as a neutral or slightly acidic, meaning it's not as acidic as compared to things like dairy products or even peanut or meat. So it's actually considered still very near to the neutral line. Alright?
Okay.
So
what we have here?
Yep. So why do we actually introduce wheatgrass and barley grass today? Okay, we know wheatgrass greens, they are very good. Okay, maybe some of you may have seen in shopping malls where they have those juice bars or juice stores where
green
they sell
smoothies.
Yeah, green smoothies, or they actually have those wheatgrass plant, and then you can actually request, and then they can actually cut and they blend it for you, and it comes in very small amount, like just 1 ounce or so. So what is the benefit of taking wheatgrass and barley grass?
So first one, wheatgrass and barley grass, they are recognized as a superfood, means that they are extremely nutrient dense. Like both of them have contain 120 types of vital nutrients.
Yes, correct. It has active enzymes, it has chlorophyll. Maybe people have been wondering, what is chlorophyll? Yeah. Have you ever wondered why most leaves actually they look green? Yeah, because it's due to the pigment chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is the one that actually helps to the plant to make food.
So it's a natural color pigment contained in plants.
Yes, correct. So what is the function of chlorophyll then?
So chlorophyll actually is also named as the green blood.
Yes.
Because it has the same function, almost similar function with our red blood cell, the hemoglobin, to produce red blood cell.
Okay, if some of you may be wondering what is hemoglobin, if you have been doing blood tests, regularly in a lab, you will notice that in your blood profile there's a statement saying hemoglobin. The hemoglobin will actually determine whether you are anemic or you are a normal non-anemic person. So if your hemoglobin, for example, for men, if it goes below 12 or 13, then you may consider as an anemic person. So what this chlorophyll does is that it can actually help to improve your red blood cells to form properly, and also help to carry more oxygen.
Yeah, because some people they may have like improper red blood cell, like sickle cell anemia. This all come from your abnormal red blood cells.
Yep, correct. So next we have natural detoxifier. So why do we call them natural detoxifier? Now, we don't advocate liver detox, kidney detox diet, because our body is well equipped with all these very good organs that can detox the body. Our lungs, our skin, our kidneys, our liver, they all work fine as long as we give them the good nutrients. So as what we say just now, wheatgrass and barley grass, they contain 120 types of nutrients. So it's what we call functional food or complete food. So by giving our body these good nutrients, it actually serves as a natural detoxifier, meaning our liver will be able to work better to get rid of all the toxins that probably we get from our food, the air that we take, or even some of the rubbish food that we take. Yeah, especially all processed food will contain a lot of chemicals or synthetic additives inside. So that's where our liver will need to work harder to remove them.
So like maybe your liver or your body is a car, you need to maintain it, supply with a good quality of like
engine oil,
lubricator, this kind of thing.
Right. And yes, key to longevity, because wheatgrass and barley grass, they contain an enzyme called SOD. Now, SOD enzyme is a very strong antioxidant. We know that vitamin C, vitamin E, they are antioxidants. They keep us young, they preserve aging. But SOD enzyme is way stronger compared to vitamin C.
Stronger version of antioxidant.
Yes, so what we need is that we need these to keep our body from all these free radicals. Okay,
maybe from the UV light, the pollution.
Yep, especially if you go out and then you may, maybe no lah, because nowadays MCO, so people stay at home. But even if you're at home, so you may actually get the UV rays from the lights. You see, and also the foods or tobacco smoking, all this may trigger free radicals. Alright, and lastly, active enzymes. Okay, this is the good news for people who always have indigestion, what we call
improper absorption,
or even
bloating,
constipation, diarrhea. That's probably your your gut is not working very well in absorbing the foods. So what we need is that you need enzymes, because the wheatgrass and barley grass, they are not heated. So it contains all the natural enzymes inside, and it actually helps with your food digestion and also nutrient absorption.
Yeah.
All right.
So, which group of people is more suitable to consume like wheatgrass and barley grass? The first one, busy working adults. Why we say busy working adults? Because this group are people they are usually very busy. They can't really have them enough time to take care of their diet, of their sleep quality.
Yes. Especially if people have been, maybe now not busy working now, maybe people working from home, but maybe have been doing gaming, you know, they watch Netflix all night, and that's where you may get your, your body start to work haywire a bit, all right? And what next?
Next one, burning midnight oil, because like when you're sleeping too late, you have sleep deprivation, you may face some problems with your liver, have a lot of burden. Other organs also affected.
Yes, correct. So we have another question from Amanda Ling over here. Usually people eat rice or grains more than veggies. Then how to make body alkaline? Actually, if we follow the Ministry of Health Malaysia recommendation, you will recall we have a recommendation called Suku Separuh.
Healthy plate.
Healthy plate model. So what this healthy plate model means, if you get a plate which comes in a round shape, you divide them into 4 quarters. Okay, 1 quarter will be filled up with your grains, whether it's rice or millet or any noodles, and one quarter will be your protein source, whether it is animal source or plant-based source, and of course the remaining half should come from vegetables. That sounds a lot, right?
Yeah,
so
half of it.
Half of your plate. So normally for one plate or one serving, if you consume 4 to 6 tablespoons of vegetables, that should be enough to make up the half of the plate. So bear in mind, if you have been taking vegetables, make sure to have at least 4 to 6 tablespoons of vegetables for every meal. Of course, any vegetables are fine as long as they are cooked in a proper way, meaning like steaming, blanching, stir frying. Of course, not always deep frying lah. You know, especially now cannot exercise. Then you eat too much deep frying foods, then at the end you put on more weight. All right. So we go on.
So next one, anemia and pale skin. Just now, as we said, wheatgrass and barley grass, known as the green blood, so they can help to increase your blood cells, so preventing you're getting from anemia or pale skin. Pale skin is also one of the signs of you maybe having anemia.
Yeah, if you have been seeing your colleague having very pale lips, or very pale face, probably you should advise, hey, should you get your blood checked? Or maybe you see, always very lethargic, very tired, floating around, then probably it's time to sloth, very sluggish, then probably it's time to check the blood whether there is enough red blood cells or not. All right.
Okay, the next one, poor skin complexion, like acne, pimples, pigments, wrinkles, these kind of things. So supplying yourself with wheatgrass, barley grass, they have a lot of antioxidants, can help in giving you a smooth and hydrating skin. Yes,
of course, with the SOD antioxidant enzyme, as we mentioned just now, it's very, very good in giving your skin a healthy glow. All right?
You're like a Superman among those enzymes.
Yes, correct.
Next one, poor digestive health.
Yep.
So just as we say, constipation, bloating, this kind of digestive problems. So when we have enough supply of enzymes, we can prevent ourselves getting into these troubles.
Especially if you notice, if you have been having constipation or bloating right after a meal, probably you can actually take a shot of wheatgrass or barley grass, maybe after your meal, 30 minutes after your meal. Or if you have been constipation, you just take, after you wake up in the morning, before your breakfast, you just take 1 small cup of wheatgrass and barley grass juice. It can actually help your body to flush out naturally. So you can actually try out this method at home too.
Then
next,
overweight, obese. If you want to manage your weight, want to reduce your weight, you can try this. Smoking, excessive alcohol consumption. So both of these, they can cause your body to accumulate a lot of toxins.
Yes, it's very hazardous to your liver and kidney. Okay? All of us know, because all the nicotine, all the alcohol, it has to go through the liver and kidney. So if you don't want your kidney to burden too far, give them a wheatgrass or barley grass boost. That's where your body will have chlorophyll. But of course, not just wheatgrass and barley grass. As long as you have green leafy vegetables or any fruits that are green in color, they can actually give you very healthy boost of chlorophyll. All right.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, feel free to actually leave us a comment. And so if you have any question, you can always leave us a comment. And you have anything to talk about?
Yeah. So actually, in conclusion, we need to like take more like green vegetable, fruits, whole grains, legumes, also a healthy plant-based protein source, because like mostly animal-based protein source, they are acidic forming, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So for example, people may ask, hey, soya milk because it is also high in protein, but because it also has the magnesium and calcium and potassium, so it is also in a neutral line. But if you want to enhance the nutritional value, you can always add a little bit of greens. Some people, they add in wheatgrass, they add in barley grass, they add kale, you know, so that's why it enhances the acidic value. So it doesn't become so, what we call acidic in our body. So we have another question from Lok. Hi Lok, will it also help for overproducing of acid in the stomach? Well, overproducing of acid in the stomach, or what we is multifactorial. Some people, they may have H. pylori that causes the body or the stomach to produce a lot of acid. So you first have to rule out what is the cause of the acidic, a lot of acid production in the stomach. And another thing is also goes back to your eating habits. If people have been, eating odd hours, they eat maybe breakfast at 10 a.m. and then maybe the lunch is 5 p.m. and then
maybe
dinner.
they skip their breakfast sometimes, skip their lunch sometimes.
Some people, they just take brunch and then all the way until they have dinner, but dinner is at 10 and then they go to bed at 11. So all of these odd hours or irregular meal timing can actually cause your body to not be able to produce the acid properly. Actually, our brain and stomach, they are like programmer, they are very used to our eating habit. If you have been eating regularly at 7 a.m., 12 noon, and also dinner probably at 5, 6 or 7 p.m., that's the time our brain will tell the stomach to release the stomach acid. That's where it will actually help to digest the food. But if you have been eating odd hours, that's where it can go a bit haywire. So going back to the question just now, will it also help for overproducing of acid in the stomach? Yes, definitely, because for example, wheatgrass and barley grass, it has very high in minerals, not just calcium, magnesium, potassium, or even a lot of the essential or trace minerals. It can actually help to neutralize a bit of the stomach acid. So it can actually help you to relieve the probably you have heartburn. You can also improve your symptom of this.
Okay. So actually another conditions like your mood, stress also will cause maybe gastric reflux, this kind of problems. So also take care, be happy always, and think of positive things instead of those negative ones. So eating healthily, having enough physical exercise, keep your mood always in a good state, will keep you healthy.
Yes, so we have another question from Amanda. So Amanda was asking, any grains are alkaline forming? As we know, there are only two grains at the moment, is millet and quinoa. But it is not to say very alkaline, it's just slightly alkaline because it's it's considerably more minerals. So that's why compared to brown rice or even compared to white rice, it's slightly a healthier option if you are looking for slightly alkaline grains.
Yeah, so you can add in your normal cooking rice or make into porridge.
Yep. So if there's no more question or if you have any other question, you can always leave us a comment and we will always have our nutritionist team to assist you. So if there's no question, so till then, thank you for watching O Channel, O Health Today, and we see you again next time.
Bye-bye.